We're talking Stranger Things, the end of season 5, and I have a theory that 11 is alive, and I can prove it. This is Minor League Films here. I got my boy Scotty here. Please hit that like button, hit that sub button, and without further ado, let's jump into it. So,
Let's end this, kid.
Mother of God.
Scotty, we all finished Stranger Things. A lot to be left to be desired. A lot of questions to be left. The number one question coming out of there is what happened to 11? So I have four.
Whose question is that? Who asked that question?
A lot of people question it. I have 4 concrete reasons why 11 is alive, and I can prove it. And my job for you is to poke holes in my theory and prove that 11 is not alive. Let us know down in the comments what you believe, why 11 is alive, why he's not alive, and what you thought of the season finale. All right, let's jump into it. So, Scotty, reason number 1 why 11 is alive. So, coming back from that fight with Vecna in the Mind Flayer, they're all on the back after they wash them over there at the other world. They're all in the back of the truck. The truck crosses over, obviously hits the what do you call those tire track things? Hits the
spikes.
Yeah, hits the tire spikes. The truck shakes, they pull everybody out. Now suddenly 11 is gone. So, my point here, at the time that was happening, 11 was touching Mike on his shoulder. 11 was there until they crossed over, right? So she was there and conquered evidence. It was no illusion. It was nothing by Callie or 8. She was there. First reason why 11 is alive, because she actually crossed over. Are we good over there? We still good?
Oh, that's your reason?
Well, that's my reason number 1. She was there when they actually crossed over it back into the back outside the upside down.
So the reason that she's still alive is that she was there.
This is leading. I'm gonna build on it.
I don't even think I need to poke a hole in that bullshit.
All right, so you believe she came through?
No, I mean, yes, fine. She came through.
Okay, she came to the other side. All right,
I'm playing with you on that. I got you on that.
okay.
That's solid.
So because I got to establish she's there. Because some people may be like it was illusion. She wasn't really in the truck. She just popped over the other side, watched them drive over, hopped out before they even hit the tire spikes, all of that. So we established she was able to touch Mike. Mike would have knew she wasn't there, so she's solidly there. That's my starting reason.
Would Mike have known though?
Yeah, because anytime you touch the non-physical appearance that Callie puts out there, it always blows up or it smokes away.
Good research.
Okay.
I was just about to say Mike don't know shit else, but go ahead.
Okay. Number 2. So we established she's there. The military has surrounded them with sound machines. Now, we all know for the human counterparts, it doesn't affect them at all. They don't know the sound machine's on. It doesn't really bother them at all. So I would establish that as soon as she crossed over, sound machines would have came on because they knew 11 was in the truck. When those are on, nobody with powers can move, can function. So if those sound machines were on, it wouldn't allow her to move and crawl back into the other side. I don't think she would have been able to do that without having to at least crawl and struggle, and someone would have seen that.
Maybe she overpowered it with her power. Maybe her power is increased, as we've seen her powers increase in the show. This very volume.
Well, that would have had to be like an hour. Like, there's no way her powers increased.
I mean, her powers have increased over this year tremendously because she's doing the obstacle course every other day.
Yeah, but she was just in the upside down when these things were introduced, and it was just one. She couldn't even function. They got 4 of them going at the same time. There's no way she'd been able to move and get
I'm going to call BS on your theory on this part. What's the next part?
Okay, so now I'm also right with part number 2.
We're not.
Number 3, we see 11 back on the other side, or the illusion, possibly her in real life, or the illusion on the other side. She pulls Mike into the void to talk to him. Now, this is really important right here. So she pulls Mike into the void. Now, we know from 5 seasons of Stranger Things, the only time 11 can enter the void is when she has a blindfold over her eyes and blocks out sound. She has to be in a dark area, blindfolded, no sound is going over there, or when she is in the aqua tank to where sensory deprivation and she could go into the void. Now, we see 11 on the other side, no blindfold. The world over there is falling apart, so sound all over the place. There have been no way if she was on the other side looking through at them, she would have been able to pull Mike into the void. She would have had to get out, crawl somewhere, maybe get away, get into a tunnel or something like that, and then contact Mike I don't believe the conditions would have been there on the other side of the world for her to pull Mike into the void and talk to him.
That's a great theory. I counter with my same BS that I countered with last time. Maybe she got strong enough to do that. But no, that's a solid. That's solid. That's solid. But like I said, I mean, Henry can do without doing that. They made sure to make us known that she's the only one that can do, anything on Henry's power level. So let's play devil's advocate. She got stronger. She could do all that without being in a tank now.
Okay, so we're gonna say I'm write down SBS. I just think like she hasn't had the perfect conditions. We've established that through season after season. Without that, there's no way she could pull Mike into the void or talk to him and be able to focus. Especially you think about the other world getting sucked in at that point. Like there'd been way too much going on. She would have to use her powers to at least stabilize herself to even not go flying.
You're correct. 100%. That's 100%. That's a good theory. That's 100% correct because after all these years, she needs to be drowning to use her power to its optimum efficiency. So yeah, she has to be drowning or somewhere extremely quiet.
Well, like not drowning, but have the takeover.
Hey, she drowns every season. She's drowning.
Okay. All right. Now leading to my reason and final reason number 4 why 11 is alive. Now, this is for the people who are really studying as our Stranger Things people do. If you notice her on the other side in the upside down where you can see, there is 2 things that happen. There's 2 markings of 11. One that she always has, and 2 when she uses her powers. Number 1 is the 11 tattoo. If you look closely at that sign, and Millie Bobby Brown has a tattoo actually in real life on her arm. If you look closely, and we'll put the image up, there is no 11 on her arm. Now, that could be a couple different reasons here. One, maybe Callie is visualizing her there, according to my theory, and she's not actually there, and she forgot to put the 11 on her arm. She has the power to get the image exactly correct while she's portraying her. But that is number 1. Number 2, what happens every time 11 uses her powers?
Nosebleed.
Nosebleed. You got it. There is no nosebleed that from her as she is using it on the other side. If you look at it when she's levitating in the air.
Every time. It's not every time. It's
every
the
time
majority of the time.
Every time she's done a sensory deprivation, she's had a nosebleed. Every time pretty much she uses her powers and strong ability, which to be in the void, to hold herself from flying into the abyss, she's gotten a nosebleed. There is no nosebleed when she's on the other side until she disappears. That is my final reason of why I believe 11 is still alive.
And that's all 4 of those are solid reasons. I'm not even going to hate. I'd love to hate on those reasons and call them stupid or BS, but those are actually really good reasons. And I would counter with this.
Yeah.
Maybe she just got stronger in that period of time, like Goku, because remember, Goku trained half the time Vegeta trained and all of Dragon Ball Z, and Goku still was like, nah, I got it.
But
how'd you get so much stronger? Yeah, I got it.
I will throw one thing to you. If there is a hole in this theory, and 11 was actually there and actually went back to the other side and was there in Presidents, it would be because Callie got an injury, and for her to not die, not be dead, and still be alive to portray this story that Mike gave us, and to use her powers, that ability, even because it feels like Callie did get shot. We don't know if it was definitely she died right away or died at a later point, as they said. But it would be the fact that she's able to do that and do that well that long after she got shot and portray 11, and she didn't actually have to be there. That could be a theory to where you say, okay, she would actually have to be there because we just don't believe Callie could actually do that or stay alive that long to be able to portray her.
Yeah, and that's true because Callie got such a bad ending. Like the villain of the story could do anything with anybody in this story, and then Callie gets shot by a random soldier. We don't even see his face or hear anything from him. I thought that was terrible, but she still somehow was able to use her powers in an extremely weakened state because apparently that shot was fatal and get 11 to be an illusion and say if she wanted to say and stuff, which I highly doubt, because if she was shot in the sternum, it was that weak. How did she do that? But whatever. hey, that would be cool if she's still alive and she went down to Hoboken for whatever reason with one backpack. That would be cool. Or Morocco, one backpack.
Yeah,
Ireland, one backpack.
2 waterfalls. Backpack,
Yeah,
2
two
waterfalls.
waterfalls. And then Mike just so happened to notice because another thing is how would Mike know? He wouldn't know. 11 didn't tell him that.
Yeah, I don't believe Mike actually knew when he told his story. I just think it's something that he thought of like, well, if she did live, this would have been how. So I don't think he has
Yeah.
knowledge of that, nor do I think 11 would have told him because the one thing running forward here is the fact that we feel like if they feel like there's any chance of 11 still being out there, we're keeping tabs on all our main heroes here, all the ones that are alive. If there's any
Mhm.
communication or anything like that, they're going to keep tabs on it. And if Mike does know 11 is going to be alive, he's not just going to sit around town and just be like, well, I know she's alive out there happy. Like he probably tried to go find her at some point,
Yeah.
and that would be the reason why, like, she probably did fool all of us. I do believe she's alive, but she couldn't tell me that, nor would she tell me where to find her because then we start the problem that we couldn't that basically caused her to sacrifice herself in the first place.
That could very well be it. I mean, it was a decent ending for everybody. I would have liked if this would have happened for 11 to be there because, in my opinion, if the show is over, it doesn't matter whether 11's alive in another village or if she's there and she's with Mike. Because either way, it's going to be a happy ending. I don't see the difference really unless you're going to continue the show. Because you could have just had, hey, it's me, 11. I'm here. Callie did all this. Hey, isn't that cool? She somehow evolved because she's also a Saiyan. So it's fine. I would have been cool with that. My emotion was the same because guess what? Took 6 or 7 years for this to come out, which is I'm not blaming anybody for it. I understand the circumstances around it, but when you take that long to have like their last season, or whatever, which hasn't happened a lot in our lives at all. Most of the time, it's always on schedule. I lose a little bit of interest anyway. So I think these theories are fascinating. I think every series is fascinating except for the one theory that I keep seeing on TikTok. That's the only theory I think this is really, really no. Like the Batman didn't make this one up. Me and you could have made this one up. But other than that, 11 being alive, cool. She went down to Sweden. She walked.
All right. Well, certainly I could buy that. I got one more reason for you of why 11 is alive here that I just thought of. The Duffer Brothers don't really kill off anybody. Like no hero dies in this. So the fact that they would end so boldly with killing 11 just beyond me because even remember that black dude who was very prominent in volume 2? What it was, the one that was always
Mhm.
angry? Or in volume 1 was always angry?
Yeah.
Even he
Yeah.
didn't die. He got blown up.
Nobody. Vecna is the one of the worst villains in history because Vecna can't kill anybody of note.
You
He
can't kill
can't
that
kill
dude.
he can't kill the high schoolers that want to kill him. He can't kill the high schooler siblings that want to kill him. He can't even kill the Mr. Wheeler who never even stretches. He just plays golf in his own backyard. Uh, yeah, you'd be right about that too. No one of note can die. It's not possible. They're too skilled. They're more skilled than the military themselves. They're so skilled that not only could they fight the military with just a handful of them, and most of them being teenagers with no modern weaponry, except for one. I think Nancy and Hopper, the only people too. Nancy and Hopper, the only people that had the modern weaponry. Not only can they contend with the military, but they can defeat monsters with that same weaponry
I mean,
and with slingshots.
them boys good. So that's all I gotta say. But what do you say? Do you believe 11 is still alive? And did I just prove it for everyone? If you contend with that, let us know in the comments. If you believe that or there are other reasons why 11 is alive, put that down below. There will be Stranger Things spinoffs. I've heard about the one from London, and I heard there's also some Stranger Things cartoons, some animated stuff that's coming out there. So Stranger Things isn't going anywhere, and neither is Modern League Films. Please hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let us know down below. Do you believe in? Give us any more reasons, Scotty. If they don't see us here and there are other places, where can they find us at those locations?
We always say that you can find some Chrono Comics at TikTok. I never seen any of y'all say, "Hey, it's me from YouTube." Let me know you're from YouTube. I want to see it. I want to have the family move over to TikTok so we can see all the comic book side, because I don't put it all on here because y'all not ready for the nerd explosion. So you can find us on Kuronocomics at TikTok. You can find us on Minor League Shorts at TikTok, which would be MLF Shorts. We have an Instagram page coming soon, and you can find us right here together as one,
Marley Films
like
and MLF Shorts.
Thundercats.
Yeah. MLF Shorts here on YouTube as well as Marley Films. So appreciate that. Hit that like button, so that all that good stuff, and let us know what you think about 11. We will catch you next time.